This cute, fat Japanese man and this 6'8" black Japanese man are opening up RIZIN's end of year extravaganza, and I do have a bet on this fight. Satoshi is a striker, but he's not very good. He doesn't have much speed, volume, or even power. And 2 years ago, he was out-grappled and beaten up by a 49-year-old. Ed Polo King, on the other hand, has 0 MMA fights, 1 kickboxing fight, which I haven't found a video of, but I'm betting him anyway. I've bet 1 unit at -227, just because he's big and black, and Satoshi is shit. Next fight, 2 kickboxers making their MMA debuts against each other. Kawabe is 8 years younger. He's the -300 favourite, but no interest in taping this or betting this. 2 scrappy chappies up next, Koji Takeda vs Sugary Knee. Koji is usually the underdog, and I've only ever seen him lose, so it's hard to bet him here as a -250 favourite. He's very average, very uninspiring, but he probably will get the win here just by using his grappling in some form. Sugary Knee got dominated and submitted in his last fight by a guy who himself has suffered 2 bad losses this year. He got dropped and submitted by a 41-year-old 3 years ago. He did flatline his opponent in his last win. He could do the same to Koji, but overall he just seems like a fairly tepid striker. So I'm passing on this fight. Up next, Seika Izawa versus Akan from Argentina. Abdel Garim has a negative MMA record, a negative kickboxing record, no takedown defense, no get-up game. Izawa should beat her everywhere. She'll probably win by submission. Izawa, huge favourite, -666, but I'm going to parlay her with 2 other guys who are further up the card. Interesting fight up next between Yugi Moto and Kiyoma Akimoto. Yugi is 35 years old. He's more of a grappler than a striker. He's fought some high-level guys like Kaya Sakura, Ogi Kubo, Victor Henry, Pachi Mix. And although he's lost to all of them, he's won most of his other fights, including some legit guys like Bontarin. Yugi is the favourite at -139. So why am I betting 1 unit on his opponent, 18-year-old Kiyoma Akimoto? It definitely is a gamble. There's every chance that Yuki gets the win by grappling. In fact, Akimoto got taken down and briefly had his back taken in his last fight. But the kid has clean striking. He's long reach, he's calm, composed, big frame for the division, and he does have his own takedown threat too. And basically, I'm just hoping he tags Yugi with some good shit. Next up, Gucci vs Zulu for the flyweight strap. Gucci at -455 is the second leg of the parlay with Izawa. Zulu mostly likes to fight from bottom guard, which is like the worst strategy to have in MMA. He has bad takedown defense, get-up game not great. His striking is serviceable, but it doesn't have any real threat to it. Gucci should win everywhere and could win anywhere, whether it be sub, KO, decision. Next fight is almost a pick'em. Roberto at -125, Karamov at -105. Roberto is a BJJ merchant, although he does have 2 KOs in his last 2 fights. I may be proven wrong, but I think Karamov has both the striking and grappling advantage here, which is why I've bet 1 unit on him. The main concern is that he's a 145er, moving up to 155 for the first time, but I'm willing to take the gamble. Weird fight next. Yasuki Yachi with 41 pro fights is taking on Sakuraba's son in his MMA debut. Yachi isn't a top-level guy, but he's still like a legit fighter, and he wins against guys like Koji Takeda. So he's definitely not the type of opponent that most prospects make their debut against, and that is reflected in the odds with Yachi being a -300 favourite. There's no tape of Saku Jr., but he's a judo black belt and reportedly submitted an Olympic gold medalist judoka last year. Take that for what you will. And he also reportedly KO'd someone in an amateur kickboxing fight this year, although that's not on his Tapology page. But yeah, I have no interest in betting on either guy. Sakuraba at +225 is probably not high enough a number, and I'm not parlaying Yachi, just in case Sakuraba is actually legit. Next up, we have Ren Sugiyama, the kickboxer, in his 3rd MMA fight against Dautbek, a 16-3 fighter from Uzbekistan. Dautbek is a huge favourite at -455, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's safe to parlay. That's because he's a striker. Virtually all his wins are round 1 KOs. So if he goes in there and fights the same way against Sugiyama, then, well, he's entering a fight against a pro kickboxer, which is not what you want to see if you have money on the line. Of course, being from Uzbekistan and also training at Tiger Muay Thai with all the pro guys there, it's likely that he has decent grappling, even if he rarely uses it. And it should be enough to take down Sugiyama, who was taken down twice by fucking Ren Hiramoto, the kickboxer. So yeah, Dautbek should win by grappling, but I'm not going to bet money on a guy to come out and do something which he doesn't usually do. Heavyweights up next, kind of. I say that because Kim weighed in at just 199 pounds for his last heavyweight fight, and before that he was fighting at light heavyweight. Ueda also looks kind of small to me, but he weighed in at 242 for his last fight, so he'll have over 40 pounds on Kim if they weigh the same this time around. Ueda is +200. He is a mobile, versatile striker. I've seen him throw low kicks, teeps, knees to the body. He doesn't have much power, but he has been finishing guys. The downside is he has no real defensive grappling ability. His last fight, I kind of felt sorry for him, watching him get dismantled by his juiced-up Polish guy. Kim, on the other hand, is big favourite, -278. Knocked out a bunch of cannons in round 1, but to me, his stand-up is sloppy. Haven't seen much from him grappling-wise. He landed a nice inside trip 5 years ago. Take that for what you will. But I have no interest in betting this. It's 2 quite low-level guys with no real future, in my opinion. Kubo vs Shaidulayev up next. Shaidulayev at -455 is the final leg of my parlay with Izawa and Origuchi. Altogether, that comes in at -139. And I'm betting 3 units to win just over 2. Shaidulayev is aggressive striking, probably a bit too wild, in fact. But ultimately, he's a grappler. He has body locks, double X, ankle picks, inside trips, solid top control, back control, limb control. Kubo, on the other hand, he's 37. He's a kickboxer. His takedown defense is actually not bad, but ultimately he probably is going to lose here, probably by submission. Main event, Suzuki vs. Kleber, a rematch from last year, where Kleber basically took Suzuki down straight away, glided into mount, and then armbarred him. Suzuki went on a bit of a tear after that. He knocked out Pitbull, Karimov, Kanehara, while Kleber lost to Kanehara before getting 2 more submission wins. And going into this one, Suzuki is the dog, plus 130, Kleber is minus 175. And to be honest, I think Kleber just does the same thing again. Even if Suzuki's winning against Karimov, he was taken out fairly quickly before managing to knock him out from bottom guard. I haven't bet on Kleber though, just because I'm not a fan of the price. But I might do later. If you want to see all my bets, you can look at my betmma.tips page. I have over 100 units profit in each of 2023 and 2024. And in 2025, I'm going to start selling my bets. So enjoy these free ones while you can.